Okay, here we go. This is 1-point perspective. It's part 2. We want to do 2 to 3 buildings with doors and windows. Okay, I've drawn a horizon line. Please use a ruler, and there's 1 point in the center, not anywhere you want. Please put it in the center. Okay, I'm going to draw a road here. Doesn't have to be super wide. So draw the road. Draw the road, the other side of the road. And the thing with perspective, and I'm not doing this perfect, but your lines down the road will get shorter and shorter as you go back, because we're giving, and mine's not perfect, to give the illusion that this is going off into the distance. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a sidewalk. Okay. Do it on one side, do it on the other. Remember to pause the video if it's going too fast. Hopefully everything can be seen. Okay. Again, if you're doing sidewalk lines, they should be horizontal. And the further you go back, the closer and closer they get to each other. And this isn't going to be perfect because we're not measuring it. But just to give the illusion that, guess what? That goes really far back. I'm only going to do one side. Okay, we're going to do 1-point perspective, and so we need some buildings. Now, when you do 1-point perspective, remember you're drawing the face, so that means the shape. And so I'm going to draw me a building here, and your building can be as tall as you want it. This one will be about this tall. Try not to go all the way down to the bottom. Give yourself a little bit of space for the bottom of your building. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you're trying for vertical and horizontal lines. And I'm going to close off the building down here. Okay, just like linear perspective project, and just like the practices we did, when you do 1-point perspective, you draw the face of the shape. And then we're going to add the features that make it look like a box, like a building. So I'm going back to this perspective line, and I'm going, how far along does the street does it go? And it'll go about that far. Again, vertical lines. Oh, I guess I could take this corner back too while I'm at it. Okay, now remember, don't just connect the legs. You want to go in a vertical line. Okay, you want to try to match this one. Okay, we're going to do the top of the building. Now, this line is going to be horizontal. And this goes back to the very first week or so of class, where we did boxes or flat boxes, 2D to 3D. And we made them 3D. We made 3 legs, and I said, don't just connect the legs. One leg might be longer, and if you just connected, your box will look wonky. You want to match this line, and you want to match this line right here. So if you made your leg a little bit longer, just cut off a little bit, okay? Now, the tricky part is adding a building behind it. So I'm going to extend this bottom line right here. I'm going to kind of match it up. Now I'm going to go a little bit farther from this building and start right here and go, this building's going to be about that long. And I'm going to go to how tall it is now. Okay. Now we want to draw the face of the building, not the wall of the building here yet. So I'm going to bring this building, remember the face, we want to draw the shape of the building. Don't forget this part of it. And that's a horizontal line, just like this one. Okay, so I have the shape of the building. I've already drawn this ray. Let's go ahead and draw this one. Hopefully my pad is in front of the video, or in front of the camera. Okay, here we go. I'm going to connect these with a vertical line. Okay, if you have to erase little parts, excellent, do so. Now, because we have buildings here, you can get rid of some of your horizon line. So when you are doing your final project, make sure that you draw very light with your horizon line so that you can see it, but you can easily erase it, okay? Because once you draw buildings over it, we want to make sure that you can get rid of it. Okay, let's try some buildings on this side of the street. Okay, always draw the buildings that are closest to you first. Okay, and this one's going to be a little bit longer. And again, don't go down to the bottom of the page. Draw your whole shape. Okay, got the shape. Now we're going to go back to the perspective point. I'm going to start with the roof here. Once you have the shape, then it doesn't matter really what order that you do the legs or raise. Okay, again, I want a vertical line here to match this one, and I want a horizontal line to match this one. Don't just be connecting your legs. They might be different lengths and they'll look wonky. Okay, so here's a building. I'm going to go ahead and draw one behind so you can watch that again. I could start with this part. Actually, I want to extend this line. I like to do that. Okay, I'm going to give a little space between the buildings. Maybe this row is a row of buildings that extend down the street. Okay, I'm going to do a vertical line, and maybe this next building is another like high rise. Okay, now I'm going to do the face of that building. Don't forget this bottom of the face. Okay, now we're going to go to the horizon, or the point, the vanishing point. And I'm going to try and match this length. Remember, you're trying to match this vertical line, so don't just connect the ends. I know I keep repeating myself. Okay, can't see the roofs from if it's above the horizon line. And then you can erase some of this. Okay, now I've done all kinds of examples of doors and windows. Of course, I don't have those at home, but let's just talk about how I would do windows. On a face, they're just going to be squared. So if you want to take your ruler and you want to guesstimate here, got these two, I'm going to come down, try to make these even. And then maybe I have another set right below it. Come down. Of course, you could measure and be perfect about it, but this is a practice. Okay. And I'm just going to take this down, this down, this down, this down. Doop, doo. Doot, doo, doo. Okay. Now, if I want to make it look like it indents, okay, I would take from this point, make a little bit out there for this one, for this one, for this one. They're going to the point, okay? And I could use my ruler, but I'm just going to do this. So you can get the imaginary indentation like that window goes back. Okay, now I could do a double door right there, but let's talk about doors on this side. Okay, I'm going to go, well, how tall? The door's probably only about this tall. Gonna make double doors. Remember vertical lines for these. And then I'm gonna go horizontal right here, and I can see this, so it looks like it indents. Let's door indents, and it's got a little separation between the doors, and I could do a little handle. And these aren't going to be perfect. We just want the illusion that this door is indenting and it's on the side. You could always make them look even more professional by giving them a frame. When you do your final draft, I would like to see some of them like that. But that in no way, shape, or form do you have to do that with all of them. I could do that around each of my windows as well. So I want you to play around with doors and windows on each of your buildings. You would only have to do 2 to 3. If you do extra, it's extra credit. Okay.